as we can see out there, the Trent-class lifeboat, as we previously mentioned, is making way ahead with the helicopter, the Augusta 189 from Prestwick Search and Rescue forming onto the back of it. So the helicopter have instructed the lifeboat coxswain at this point to hold a course and speed that the helicopter can then form onto the back of him to execute the winchman transfer down onto him. So we can see that happening just now. That will just take a few minutes. On the lifeboat, the signalling system we have is a very high-tech signalling system. It consists of 2 flags, one red and one green. So if everything is okay, we just go to the green flag and then the helicopter pilot can see that, and as a result he can then form on to his executing his transfer. If there's any issue for the coxswain on the lifeboat, they can automatically raise the red flag, which gives a very good visual indication to the helicopter pilot.
Look, here's what it's going under any of my stuff in there. Is it all going to be with now?
Come towards us. Better run.
As previously mentioned, the lifeboat is a Trent-class lifeboat. It's based out of Troon Harbour. It has been on station since 2004. Over that 14 years covering this part of the country very, very effectively. It's a 25-knot boat. It goes to sea with 6 crew. It normally would travel with 7. The 7th seat is normally the doctor's seat if we're doing a medevac. The crew we have today on board the lifeboat, the coxswain in charge is Joe Miller, long-serving coxswain, very experienced, and we also have mechanic Andrew Alston, and this is actually Andrew's last year with the RNLI. He's due to retire towards the end of the year after giving numerous years of service. We also have second coxswain Brian Hedges, again a very established and experienced member of the crew, navigator Adam White, radar Ross Livingston, and on the deck we have Ewan Gallagher. All these guys have came along here today putting this exercise on, as was mentioned, as volunteers. The RNLI relies completely on volunteers, 24/7 on call for these guys to come out. They do a lot of training, a lot of commitment is needed, and as always when we need volunteers, we're always looking for volunteers, and we do have a stall here. If you want to come along and say hi to us, we can give you some safety messages, life jacket advice and other bits and pieces, and how you may volunteer if you so desire. On the helicopter today, his crew consists of the pilot, duty captain Mark Randall, and co-pilot Al Hinchcliffe, with John Carrigan operating the winch. And on the winch today we have winchman Wayne Ashman, who we should just about see getting ready to deploy out of the helicopter and transfer onto the lifeboat. Don't quite see him yet, you will see him. He will dangle just below the helicopter on the winch wire during the transfer onto it. Just a little bit of more information about Troon Lifeboat Station. This year they also have a small inshore D-class lifeboat, which is very, very capable for working along the shoreline, very, very shallow water, very manoeuvrable, and that was replaced. They used to have one, was the Telford Centre, purchased by the Telford Centre in Manchester. Not much see round about Manchester, but it shows the support that the RNLI gets across the whole of the UK. The Telford Centre was on station for about 10 years and subsequently was replaced this year by Sheena. Sheena was a lady from Glasgow who, on her death, bequested to the RNLI the cost of a new inshore lifeboat. So that is now stationed and fully operational in Troon. We do rely completely on these wills, bequests, charity donations to keep us going. Currently it costs about £483,000 a day to run the RNLI. So we're not exactly cheap as a charity, and we rely fully on your contributions and donations to keep us going, which we're always fully grateful for. Having a look down here, it looks like they've decided, they've had a look at it, they're going to try and reform. The helicopter's just flown off there, the lifeboat's coming to a stop. Just trying to see through a few people, what's going on? Rush across here, there we are. Hello? Yeah, the helicopters, just you'll see them spinning around the bay now. They've had a good look, so hopefully they're not going away in operations and that they'll be coming back to perform the exercise. The helicopter itself is operated by Bristol Helicopters on behalf of Her Majesty's Coastguard. It's part of a 10-base network across the UK. Each of the bases there are 2 aircrafts, one at 15-minute readiness from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock, and the other, the same helicopter possibly, is in a 45-minute readiness overnight, so it's quite quick in getting a helicopter and an aircraft into the air. The aircraft is all-weather capable, includes full icing protection, radar, auto-hover, night vision systems, infrared cameras, which allow the crew to operate safely over land and sea. Down to the surface, both day and night. The aircraft is a full communications suite, allows the crews to speak to the police, ambulance, fire service, and make regular telephone calls via the satellite comms if needed. It's capable of 169 knots maximum speed and has 4 hours endurance. The role equipment includes all the medical equipment you would find usually in an ambulance, and the winchman is generally trained to paramedic level, so there's a lot of skill experience on board the aircraft for any medics or injuries that they may overcome.
See the ones in
We now see the lifeboat start to head backwards in a northerly direction, and the helicopter's now coming onto the back of it, forming onto the back of it. If you look at the actual helicopter, just below the rotor blade there, you'll see a black square. That is its doors actually open. That is where the winchman will come out of. If they're ready to go, we should hopefully see them just coming out any minute now. A lot of the people in this area will be used to having seen HMS Gannet and the Sea Kings performing this. The HMS Coastguards have taken this role over, but there's been no loss of experience, as most of the guys you'll see are a mix of ex-Royal Navy and Royal Air Force personnel, so the experience is, a lot of the experience is transferred from the forces into civilian aircraft, as we're seeing here in front of us. But the Coast Guard did have their own network of helicopters and their own personnel involved there, so we still have a lot of experience on board the aircraft. Still thinking about it, maybe it's just this weather that's putting them off.
See it? The helicopter.
Since the helicopter first came to Prestwick, 1st of January 2016 was the official handover date from the Navy over to the Coast Guard, the HMS Coast Guard. The Prestwick has responded to over 958 call-outs for help assisting people in areas of the Highlands, Islands, Lowlands, Northern Ireland and the Lake District. So it kind of gives you an idea of the area it actually covers. As we go further north here in Scotland, we have one based in Stornoway and also one in Inverness, covering the further up north of Scotland. But it gives you an idea that here at Prestwick, the area that these guys can cover, as far down as the Lake District over to Northern Ireland, so there can be quite a distance travelled before they actually have to do any rescue. Now we're turning, coming back south by the looks of it, so hopefully this may be the one. Third time lucky. The helicopter here at Prestwick, the base at Prestwick, is actually the busiest of the 11 UK Her Majesty Coast Guard search and rescue helicopter bases. So it kind of gives you an idea of the work that these guys carry out. And whilst we see this today, it's a great exercise and a great visual display for you, everybody that's in attendance today. It actually shows and highlights the work and the commitment that the crews of both the the aircraft and the lifeboat put in to ensure that we are ready to do this. This is in a controlled environment today. It's not too bad a day. Wind speed's very low, so that everything has been done and always done in a safe manner. But by practicing like this, it gives everybody the experience. When this helicopter comes over the top of you, the downdraft on this helicopter as a helm or a coxswain on a lifeboat can actually blow you off course. So by having the experience in these training days, it means when you are put into it in a real life situation, you are ready and willing, and you know what the helicopter is going to feel like when it comes over the top of you, and it doesn't come as a complete shock. And working together with the guys, you know what they're doing and how they execute their evacuation.
Not again. Oh yes. And that's too early for bed.
Well, I'm back now. I'm just knocking over a policeman. I don't think he's going to arrest me. But I've now made it on the bus, so I can now actually see what's actually happening. We now see the helicopter coming back up from the south part of the bay there. The lifeboat's turned into a northerly direction, so it's now starting to come back. Hopefully this time, with the door open this side, they may actually do the transfer between lifeboat and helicopter. Now, the plan is the same thing will happen tomorrow. The lifeboat and helicopter will do another demonstration tomorrow. But we'll be using a different lifeboat tomorrow. The lifeboat we'll be using tomorrow will be the Shannon class lifeboat from Girvan. It's the newest of the ALBs, all-weather lifeboats in the RNLI fleet. Again, very capable, 25 knot plus all-weather lifeboat. It is powered by 2 jet drives, the first of the all-weather lifeboats to be performed or to be powered by jet drives. So that's tomorrow, so we'll see a different lifeboat, but we'll see very much the same skills being demonstrated from both the lifeboat crew and the helicopters. Some of you are maybe watching the BBC Two programme Saving Lives at Sea, which is on a Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. An unshameless plug there for it. But if you do watch that, what you'll see on that is you'll see many examples. It's predominantly an RNLI produced programme showing the work of the RNLI volunteers, both here in Scotland and around the rest of the UK, but also it shows the lifeguards in action, our flood rescue team and our lifeboats. But it does give us a very good demonstration, and it shows a lot of good footage of how all the organisations work together. The RNLI working with the Coastguard helicopter, working with the police, working with the ambulance, working with the fire service. We can get tasked to many, many things. So it's a very good watch and worthwhile watching, and showing how all the organisations and rescue services in the UK do work together well. Unfortunately, I'm looking here and I see the helicopter making a very fast exit to the north, so I'm hoping that it's not away, but it's not looking particularly great at the moment. But as the RNLI, our main job is the water safety aspect of it, search and rescue over the water. And last year we have a campaign that's been going for many years now, Respect to Water, and as that campaign continues to gather pace and strength, we try to get the safety message over to anybody, and we can. But we target various audiences when it comes to this. I mean, last year there was about 175 people lost their lives around the coasts of UK and Ireland. 2018, as we said, Respect to Water is now into its 5th year, and we try to reduce this drowning. Part of our major strategy is that we would wish to reduce preventative drowning by 50% by 2024, which is our 200th anniversary. So last year, 99 people, or 99 men, died in the UK. So we have to look and see why are these people entering the water and that. So we try to get that safety message out to these guys. Some of them end up in the water after a night out and they're walking home, fall into a river or a harbour. But we're looking at really 2 survival skills for you and your friends. If you see someone's struggling in the water, don't go in after them. Call 999 or 112 and ask for the Coastguard. The Coastguard is our Coastguard organises and coordinates all the sea rescues. So if you phone and ask for the Coastguard for anybody you would see in trouble in the sea or further afield. If you find yourself in cold water, when you immediately hit that cold water, one of the things that we would say to you is lie on your back and float. I know it sounds very strange, a bit of advice to give, but we've done a lot of work with Professor Tidman at Portsmouth University.